Are we live?
We are live.
Woohoo! Hey, hey.
Hey, everybody. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if there's anybody there yet, but
No,
yeah, this is Wisdom Seeker Joan, and I'm very thrilled to have Thayer Hutchinson with us today. How are you doing, Thayer?
Yay! Good. Good.
Wonderful.
I feel like my psychic chops have gone up a little bit. It's kind of
Wonderful.
like I started skiing. I skied the first day yesterday, and all of the stuff that I worked on last year, I had it.
Clicked.
It clicked. So
That's fabulous.
yeah, I feel like with my psychic stuff, a lot of stuff that I was struggling with now it is not so intimidating. So,
And you know that
yeah,
I just admire you so much because you seek out classes and groups and all of this that are kind of outside the things that a lot of us do.
yeah,
And I know that in my family, it was always the thing to do was ski with somebody better than you are, and
right.
that's how you get better. And
Yeah, that's how
that's
you
what
get
you've
better.
been doing
Yeah,
as far as psychic development
yeah.
and maybe for skiing too. But yeah, that's
Well,
the way to do it.
that's my
Hey,
New
there's
England
Teresa Therian
competition.
and Eleanor.
Hey guys,
I'm
ask us
sorry.
questions. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
That's right.
we're glad
Yeah,
to have you here today. Throw
yeah.
some questions in and we'll see if we can get to them. But we're going to just chit chat for a little bit
Chat
here
for a
first.
little while. Yeah.
So,
Um,
wow, ski season's already started up in the upper altitudes, huh?
yeah. Well, I mean, in Santa Fe, they're making snow, and they have a couple trails open. Which is fine because if you get there early in the morning, no one's there. And
Great.
I don't know. I grew up skiing. I skied till I was like 20, and then I stopped. But it's like, oh, it is so ethereal. I mean, if your legs are strong, and you don't even have to be a good skier, but sliding down a mountain and you're outside, it's cold, the trees are around you. I mean, of course, I wear 50 pounds of clothes, so I'm warm, but it is fabulous. You just have to make sure somebody from Texas doesn't run into you and break your leg. So,
Thanks, Ellen.
and I
Yeah,
apologize.
I
Yeah.
started skiing when I was 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And then broke my first bone at 7 or 7.5, and it was because I was a slow reader. In those days, they had rope tows,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was like there were two really fast rope tows. One went up so far, and then there was a sign that said, "Let go of the first rope, grab onto the second one," and then the second one took you the next or the rest of the way up the hill, and I
Yeah.
was like trying to sound out the let
Oh, yeah.
go. And
Like,
boom, I'm 10 feet up in the air
yeah, right.
before I can read the sign. You got to be concise.
I gotta
with
pull the
those.
shape down. I know. Hey, Ellen, if you could have like a question for December that we can focus in on, that helps us get into your energy better. For me anyway.
We'll do it. I'll do it both ways. So I'll do general, and if you wanted to give us a specific area, that'd be great too.
Yeah, like,
Okay, we won't do the whole ski bore thing, but and there's G Covington. Thanks for coming. Hi, Carolyn.
hi
It's just
guys.
kind of
Okay, here we go.
exclusive group here today.
Okay, and you can ask personal questions or mediumship questions or Pacific questions. Gets us into your energy flow of what you're thinking about. Me anyway.
Wow,
So
this sounds cool.
yeah,
Let's see what else is going on. How was your Thanksgiving weekend?
it was lots of wine, lots of
Hmm.
food, more wine, and more food, and then huge naps. you know. But I went to the tree lighting ceremony,
Oh,
and it
lovely.
was nice. It was very nice. Yeah. So
Okay,
okay,
thanks, Ellen.
Eleanor, money, career, anything would be great. Hi, Carolyn Adams. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while.
All
Ellen
right,
R.
definitely.
Clinton.
Yeah, Thanksgiving was pretty fine here.
Yeah.
There's is this a new cat?
No, this is William all grown up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
all right.
just
Yeah.
woke up from his nap, so he's going to tear up the house. Wait,
My
go ahead.
my son and his girlfriend came over, and my sister, but we did it on Wednesday instead of Thursday because they had to work on Thanksgiving Day, and that was kind of nice to just have Thanksgiving Day just to go take a walk and all of that. So that worked out well.
Yeah.
Turkey goes better with wine. Lots of wine, says Ellen.
Yeah. My feelings exactly. Yeah, no, it's nice to do like a little off day. So
Yeah,
you're not all piled in, and
yeah.
it's really getting together with people.
But I
Just
tell you, I was wiped out afterwards, even though it was just four of us. One is on the kidney diet, one is the world's pickiest eater, one is vegan, and then I can't have corn, soy, wheat,
oh geez.
barley, all of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, and that, but the sister-in-law who couldn't make it anymore, she can't do the stairs up to my house. I used to have all of that plus a diabetic, and it's it gets to be kind of difficult.
You
So
get extra points at the pearly gates for
yeah, it's
warning
like being a
us.
short order cook. You have to
That's
like,
a
okay, we can
lot
have
of
what?
work. Yeah, that's a lot of work. Yeah,
But it was fun.
yeah.
It's like, yes, it's the challenge. Can she do it? Can
Can
she?
she do it?
Yeah,
Well, you know, you know, I understand my daughter has celiac disease, so she
me
gets
too.
near gluten, she breaks out. So I understand that. But we are so lucky to be able to pick our food.
Oh, I know it.
The amount of food we have and everybody's certain dietary restrictions. Back in the day, you'd just be happy that it was food, you know.
Yeah,
But we are very lucky. Of course, our food is a lot more polluted with
definitely.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I went to a psychic when I had to self-diagnose. I went to a bunch
Yeah.
of specialists and they couldn't figure it out and went to a medical library. Here's the
Yeah.
GI textbook. Here's a medical dictionary, and there it is.
Yeah.
And one of the doctors I went back to and said, "Well, I think this is what it is." And he said, "Oh, I never would have figured that out. That's so rare."
Yeah. A psychic figured out Ariel celiac disease. And
Yeah,
then
and I
yeah,
told my psychic about it at the time, and she said, "Oh, well, it's a good thing you're born now because in years past you would have just died."
yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah. Hey
So
Janice, what's the name of your dog? We can get to him quicker if we know the name. Please. Excuse me. I
oh,
didn't mean
Jen's
to
free.
interrupt
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
thank you for reading that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jen's free. When you work on that,
Yeah.
yeah, Amanda, I should try and do potluck, except they don't cook.
No,
So
they
let's
come
do.
to Joan's Diner.
Yeah, I know.
Iris. It was like, yeah,
Iris.
Iris.
Oh, my
Okay,
sister's. Okay, let's do this.
let's do it.
This is Ellen R. The general reading, but she also said money, career, but anything. Okay. So it may take a little while for me at least, to tune in.
Yeah. Oh,
And
take her time. Yeah.
just jump right in whenever you'd like there.
Okay. Um, Ellen, I don't know if you come from a big family or not, but I'm hearing to make sure that you're around people for Christmas. That if you're home alone, find some friends or a caroling group, or just a group that you can do things with. And if you do have a family, um, to go, even if the family might be difficult or whatever, to find people that you love to be with for Christmas. Um, I think there's great benefit in that. I see everybody's hearts getting bigger and connecting, and that you might want to reach out to. I know this sounds like a Hallmark Hall of Fame Christmas movie, but this is what I'm hearing. to make an effort to reach out to maybe a friend that you haven't seen in a while, where I'm feeling like, um, those generators that you crank, that you're going to be the generator that brings light to other people. And that's not like a big demand that you have to put your wings on or anything. But that's the message I'm getting. And it will bring light into your heart, into yourself too. So I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't see any problem with money, finances. Um, I don't know where you live, but make sure you put your snow tires on and your car is snow ready. Um, so, uh, yeah. Uh, yeah, Alan, because I'm just seeing that the joy of that love is important for Christmas, and to make sure that you're with people that love you is important. So uh, I hope that makes sense.
I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing
Yeah,
at
yeah,
I was
um,
laughing at the pictures in my head. I
yeah.
too was like, oh, instead of a Hallmark Hall of Fame or movie, I was getting a Disney movie. I saw a star, a twinkling star, like a Christmas star, and then heard "When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true." And it sounds a little corny, but they were bringing to my attention that at this time of the season, people do, we wish it was all the time, but people are a little bit more aware of being generous and kind and showing peace, and thinking about love and peace and joy to the world and all of that. And then the reason I was giggling was these thoughts were coming to me, and then I got an image of somebody surfing, like
Yeah,
surf on
right.
that energy. And because what they wanted you to do is to take that energy, because it's amped up a little bit right now, and make your dreams come true. Work on manifestation. Work on if you start manifesting, write it down for this coming new moon, what you want and what you're after as far as your career and those types of things. This is a good time for planting those seeds. Um, and maybe your dreams will come true a little faster, because it is, just the amped up vibration of the holiday season. So you're starting at a higher level. And then I saw, well, it also came to me that 2024, just in general, may be a kind of rocky year, just in everybody's life, nationally with political things and internationally with the wars, and just there's a lot going on. And I think some of the political readers will say that hang on, it's going to be a bumpy ride. But the message specifically for you through this is that there might be some changes that are going to create new opportunities. When things break like this, it's like um, it creates new opportunities. And then they were showing me it's a good time to plant your seeds, going back to the idea of manifestation, because they showed me like a weedy garden and somebody taking a spade and turning over the soil so that new good things can grow. So and I don't think they're referencing in your life, but just changes going on because of just the changes in the larger environment are going to create opportunities. It'll turn over the soil. And to you, it might like, oh my gosh, this whole, department in my uh, job or my employer is just going to be transferred somewhere. Okay, where's the opportunity for you there? Do you go with them? Do you stay here in a different place that somebody's anyhow, there's going to be big changes that are going to create opportunities for you. So be prepared and see, instead of going, oh my God, this is a big change, going, kind of think, okay, but what's in it for me? And that sounds really calculating, but that's at my age, I can look back at a lot of things that seemed really awful, and then, but in the long run, created opportunities that I grew from. So I'm thinking that that might be that type of thing for you. Oh, and as far as cards, I got the Heron that said, let go of convention and follow your own unique path, which is always a good thing to do. And the balance symbol, which is really good in these kind of changing times, that says, love will find a way.
That's love. Love is important. That
Yeah.
changing manifestation of love.
Mm-hmm.
On
And just
yeah,
throw love on it,
yeah,
and it will help everything.
right.
All right. Here's G. Covington. It's good to see you. I haven't read for you for a while. This is an interesting question. Who is turning on my coffee machine right outside my bedroom? The coffee machine does not have a timer. What do they want, or what are they trying to tell me? Wow, let's see what's happening with G. Covington's coffee machines. Spirit, what's going
Has your
on?
father passed? G. Covington, is your father uh, in the spirit world? So I need sort of a yes or no on that. But I'm feeling a male energy that is trying to communicate with you. Could be a father or yeah, I'm seeing like a father or uncle or a brother, somebody that you used to um yes, his name is Leon. Did you often have like little funny jokes or little pranks with your dad where you tease each other? Because I feel like he's sort of teasing you, or, look, I figured out how to do this. So I'm going to bump on the coffee machine. I don't know how long he's been on the other side, but he's figured out how to do that. So it's his way of getting your attention. And I just feel like you guys must have had, no, he was not very nice to you. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Um, I still feel like it's him. And I don't know, perhaps he wasn't nice to you, but maybe he had a sense of humor or some sort of prank that he would play practical jokes. But he is doing this to get your attention. And you might want to. I mean, I had a up and down relationship with my father, and after he passed, I could feel him come in, and uh, you don't have to be psychic or anything to feel a family member, but perhaps he wants to talk to you. Perhaps he's seen things that, uh, yeah, I think he might want to reconnect with you. So I don't know how you would do that. Um, but I do feel it's him. I do feel like it's a male, a father energy trying to reconnect with you. And perhaps you'd want to get a private reading or get his photograph and think about him. You can look at him and see what he has to say. I mean, my father came back and apologized for some things and talked about things. When I was in England, every time I had a reading, it was my dad, So um, that's what I've got to say about it. But the main thing, I think it is your dad. And maybe he wants to come and make amends or talk to you. But, did he tease people? I just feel like I'm getting a teasing kind of energy. So you can find, search, and you can find your way through to this.
Yeah.
So good luck. But uh, I'm sure he has something he wants to say to you. No, he was mean. Okay. Oh man, he was mean, huh?
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly who this is. I also get that it is that I think it's a man.
It's a
But
man, yeah.
what I'm seeing is someone going, tap, 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 time's a wasting. And with the coffee, it's like time to get up, time to move. And the idea was, I get the idea that you may have been weighing decision, and they're kind of saying it's time to fish or cut bait. And it doesn't really matter which choice you make, because they just want you to choose and move. They don't want you to be stuck. And that doesn't have to be a big life-changing choice, even if it is just a small thing. I'm obsessing about whether or not to have a Christmas party. And you know what? It doesn't really matter. I just need to choose one way or another. And even if you make a choice, if you're hung up about something as small as that, oh gosh, I feel like I'm reading for myself. Just choose so that the energy isn't divided and you can explore that avenue. And if it doesn't work out, fine, you can always change course. But yeah, I'm getting the idea that with the reference to caffeine, and it's time to kind of hop to it and get moving and get the energy flowing in one direction. About big things or small. And when I pulled cards for you, I got from the Feathers deck the Starling that says, now is the time to get out into the world and connect in authentic ways. But it starts off with, now is the time to get into the world. And then from the Archangel deck, I got Archangel Jophiel, who says it's time to create. And there's a lot of energy there too. So it's time, it's kind of, as much as it's winter time and it's time to, you kind of feel like cozying in, they're saying, kind of get a move on and just kind of get the energy consolidated in one direction, and that'll help you move forward. And they'll be there no matter what happens. So I hope that makes some sense. Time is a wasting. Yeah, that's kind of what he was saying. And you can also feel free to say before you go to bed, thank you, I got the message. So, or maybe it's kind of nice to have, it's kind of like having an automatic timer, but you can say, don't turn the coffee on until 6:30 in the morning, or whatever you want to do. And that might be nice to kind of start up a conversation.
He's trying to talk to you. So, and just what Joan said, and I don't know what the significance of the coffee pot is, but good luck.
I don't think it's a dangerous,
it's not dangerous. No,
period. It's someone with your best interest at heart.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
yeah, keep us informed about that. That's a really interesting one. All right.
Yeah, I don't know whether your dad did drink coffee, but I'm seeing an ashtray and black coffee. I don't know if that's literal, but I feel like it's kind of the bare bones, the hard rocks. So good luck. But somebody is trying to talk to you, so figure out different ways you can try to listen. Oh, he was a beer drinker. Good. I bet you was, yeah. Okay, well, maybe it's time for both you and him to have a sober cup of coffee. I don't know. Okay, my dog.
My dog Iris passed away Monday. Can I have a message from her? Oh, Jan Street. They leave a big hole when they leave. You can tell, you just sense that vibe is not there anymore. All right, Iris.
I'm hearing that you took good care of her in the end. Mom took really good care of me. Did she have cancer or some sort of sickness where she got sick and then slowly died? I don't feel like she got hit by a car or anything like that. Did she have a little bed that she would sleep on in the living room, or a little place in the couch that she would curl up? Oh, a big dog attacked her. Oh boy. Okay. I'm hearing that she had a little certain place in the living room that she would snuggle up. I see her snuggling up to you. Um, um, yeah, let's see. Did she die right away when the dog attacked her, or was she? Yeah, she slipped in. I'm seeing the living room. She had a special place in the living room. And she's saying that she loved that. She had her little place. Um, and she said she had very pretty dishes. She said she liked where her dishes were. Um, and did she have to go to the vet, or did she die right away? Because I'm getting a feeling like she was at the vet and you kind of took care of her. That she didn't die right away. I don't know whether that's correct or not, but I just keep hearing, "Mom, you took really good care of me, and thank you." Uh, that you made sure that I felt very special and very loved, and you'd buy special treats for me. Um, and um, she said, "I'll come back." Um, she had to go to the vet. The wound was severe and needed it. Okay, okay, because I see her
Oh,
having a series of issues, and you were there with her the whole time, um, and and it was actually good that she uh, passed away, because it just would have been so difficult for everybody and so difficult for her. Um, I'm right in my bed anyway. I popped right out of my body and I'm sleeping next to my bed and you can talk to me. And she have like a little um place where she had her toys? I'm seeing balls. She had a little basket or someplace that she had all of her toys. When you're ready, get another dog and I'll come back. Um, and when you're ready, but don't hesitate not to get another dog, because part of me will go into that dog. Um, so we'll always be connected. Um, and were you married? Did you have a husband? I'm seeing that this dog really liked a man too, that the man would um, make special allowances for her, and treat her special. So I'm hoping that makes sense. And there's no worse pain, regardless of what kind of mediumship reading you get, is losing the physical presence of a dog that you loved. Oh, you're single. Okay. That you loved, and have her be gone in such a violent way. Uh, well, do you have a son? Because I'm seeing this dog liking a man that comes and sits in the living room. Anyway, it's horrible, but um, the angels took very good care of me. I didn't feel that much pain. I know that you were with me, and uh, don't remember me as I died. Remember me as I lived. So, uh, but yeah. So I'll be quiet. Let Joan go. But my heart goes out to you. It's painful, 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 painful. And I wish you slow and steady healing, because it's just no fun.
yeah.
Yeah, it really isn't.
I've
Yeah.
probably told this story before, but back in I guess it was 92, my father-in-law and my dad died a month apart. And then about 2 weeks later, we had to put our dog down because he was a biter, a fear biter. we adopted him, and there was too close a call with him biting our toddler son at that time. And I looked so hard to find somebody to adopt, and I'd looked for months. But then another incident, a close call happened, and we had to put him down. And it was, oh, I felt so guilty that I was almost more ripped up about the dog
Yeah.
than the dads,
Yeah.
because they'd been long,
Yeah.
that had been months and months and months of everything. But their vibration is right there with you day in and day out. And then when it's just gone, it's like, boy, the rug is pulled out from under you. And how do I live? You just feel so off kilter because the vibration in your home has changed so much. It's really, yeah, I feel bad for admitting that in public that I was, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
yeah. So people understand how difficult that is. And I don't mean to overemphasize it, but when I tuned in to Iris, the first thing I got, even just reading the question, there's huge, huge, huge love for you there. And then I got lots and lots of kisses too. Um, and
Yeah.
and let's see, lots of gratitude
Yeah.
for the good life that you gave him. And she is going to be there help to heal your heart. And she was emphasizing that you helped her do her job, and her job was to love you and
Yes.
help you. And so she was saying, you made my job easy because it was so easy to love you, and you took such good care of me. And she didn't want to suffer. She didn't want to uh, do what had would have had to be done to go on in that damaged body, because she kind of had done um, what she came here to do, and is very grateful for it. So when I first tuned in, I saw her in a big green field, kind of at sunset, and it's sort of magic hour in golden, and she's sort of chasing this blue ball, and just having a great time, and saying, in the spring when the iris bloom, um, you know, she'll be there, and maybe then start looking for a rescue or someone else. She will help bring a dog into your life, and then we'll be there to kind of train it. Um,
I
and
heard rescue too. Get a
yeah,
rescue dog. Get a
yeah,
rescue dog. Yeah. Yeah.
and don't feel, talk to her um, during this time, and kind of, tell her how much you love her, and just the way you would on a, oh, it's so different taking a walk without you, but come with me anyhow, and we can say, oh, look at how beautiful the sunset is, or whatever you'd say, because she'll be there with you, because that energy, that connection never really goes away. um she was a rescue too. Yeah. So, but she was saying, I'm not sure where you live or if you have iris where you live, but she was saying, in the spring when the iris bloom, let your heart heal over the winter and start thinking about somebody else in the spring, maybe.
When
Um,
yeah, go
oh,
ahead.
and one final thing, she was saying, uh, don't spend too much time being angry at the other dog and the other dog's owner. Um, Iris was saying the other dog was just doing what they do, and hadn't been trained, and was just kind of reacting on instinct or whatever. So Iris doesn't blame the other dog. It certainly hurt, and she wishes it wouldn't have happened, but she doesn't hold a grudge against the other dog, and it was the hard thing to happen to let her you know complete her mission here. Not the way she would have chosen, but anyhow, she's saying, don't spend too much time. Go ahead and be angry for a little while, but then try to let it go. And Iris will help you let that feeling go too. Oh, my dear, we're so sorry about that.
So, and I heard, don't let my memory um, prevent you from getting another dog. Get another dog as soon as you're ready, because a part of her will be in that dog. That little spark of love will will be in that dog you choose. So whenever you're ready, because we don't want mom feeling too bad for too long.
Yeah.
It's no fun. Yeah. Good luck, Jans Free. So sorry to hear this tragic tale of woe. We've all been there. It's a nightmare. As a
Yeah.
human being, it's just a nightmare. So hang in there. Rest of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jessica Lynn,
Yeah.
what's coming up for you for the rest of the
It's a
year?
month. It's a month.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like 6 months. Okay, for December. All right. Do you have a sweetheart? Do you have somebody that you are fond of, or are you married? I'm just getting romance and love for you. To take an opportunity. If you don't have a sweetheart, go out where that might happen. And if you do have a sweetheart, make room for a nice, single, relaxing, intimate day or weekend. Make that a priority for you. Because I just feel like that kind of romantic intimacy uh, is well, it's always important and we all want it, but um, nourishment. I'm feeling like it's great nourishment for both of you. And if you're single, then go out to a bar with good food. I'm just kidding. That you might want to open your heart and open yourself up to attract that kind of thing. That's what I'm seeing. And I don't know, if you're going to go to somebody's house for Christmas dinner, don't eat too much, or there's something you're not supposed to eat. I can't remember what that is. But yeah, that's what I got right away. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you, Jessica, but it sounds like a fun December to me.
Yeah. When I tuned in, oh gosh, I'm getting like all the Hallmark Christmas specials and
Yeah.
Disney Christmas things.
Right.
And I saw like the big lit up Christmas tree in the community square or whatever. And there was like an ice skating rink and everybody was holding hands, kind of moving around this beautiful Christmas tree. So it's a lovely, lovely Christmas scene, except there's this one girl and she looks to be about 10 and everybody else is, holding hands, looking at the Christmas tree. She's the other way around. She's got her back to the tree and she's looking out. She's looking forward. It's like, yep, I'm here celebrating, but I recognize that this month is only this month and Christmas comes every year and it's great. I'm going to celebrate it. It's going to be fine. But you have your eyes focused on the future, on things beyond Christmas. And so you're not going to be one of those people who are like, oh, when the Christmas tree comes down, it's so sad, or whatever. You're going to enjoy this next month, but you are already focused on what's ahead, on the new year, and that's going to be pivotal for you. It's somehow, and then you kind of broke away from the rest, and you kind of went skating up the river like Joni Mitchell and in the opposite direction. Because that's kind of where the good stuff was. So anyhow, somehow you are prepared for the year ahead. You're preparing for the year ahead now and doing what needs to be done for this next month, but you're more focused on the future. And when I drew cards for you, I got the hummingbird. Release what you're carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way.
New joy.
New joy, and somehow the word sweetness came too, because they just eat sugar water. The nectar and the sugar water. There's something sweet coming for you in the new year. And then I also got the Archangel of Patience, who says, trust the process. And so go, enjoy this next month, but kind of like start rubbing your hands together about the new year and planting some seeds for that. Things are looking good.
Hi, Tarot Stash. Hi, Sun
Oh,
Scott Scorpio.
yeah.
Hey, everyone.
Thank you
Yeah.
for seeing. Oh, there's
Yeah.
Scott.
Scott's here.
Hypnicity came, Tarot
Mr. Tarot
Stash,
Stash. Yep.
Jackie Jacaranda, Pisces
Yep.
Greeter. Wow. Thanks everybody for coming. And yeah, Janet DC. Yeah, if anybody has questions, let us know.
Let us know. Yeah.
Next up is hypnicity. But I'm going to, before we take or start in on your question, I'm going to go and just check to see if there are other people who have asked questions. So I'm going to start. I got yours, Janet DC. And let's see if there's anyone else I missed. Okay, I think we're good. All right, here's hypnicity. I'd love any messages from my ancestors or what spirit wants me to hear. Okay, let's tune in and see what we can bring in.
I'm hearing your ancestors were very organized. They were very disciplined and organized. I can see them being sort of industrious and very logical minded. I mean, you can give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if I've got the right energy. They're saying that to let go and move into the chaos is a good thing because they didn't do that. They kept everything sort of buttoned down, under control. And I'm hearing to release into the chaos, which for me, which is difficult for me to do as a person, okay, is to let go. It's kind of let go, let God, let things happen. Oh, there are Mormons. Okay, yeah. Okay, so they were very regulated. Yeah, and I'm hearing to let the magic happen or let the chaos happen, and that you're sort of doing that, and to your spirit goes, do it more, let go, trust yourself, trust what you can't control. I guess all your Mormon regulated, controlled, very nice people probably couldn't cook to save their lives. No offense to any Mormons out there. I'm just thinking of Jello molds. But not all Mormons made Jello molds. So, okay. But that's what I'm getting for you, hypnicity, is that there is order and chaos. And sometimes chaos comes by to reorder things. And this is a pertinent message for uptight, controlling old Thayer here. So, yeah, and have a Merry Christmas and have that extra glass of champagne all your ancestors are saying, because we didn't. Yeah.
Plenty of Midwestern Mormons, non-Mormons made Jello molds too.
Yeah,
with that icky kind with the celery and everything in
them. The Jello molds, yeah. So anyway, that's my message for you, hypnicity. You get what you pay for. Jill.
Yeah. That's great.
So
when
anyway.
I tuned in, it was like a travel log this time. First, we're in the Rockies. It was all about the mountains. First, we're in the Rockies at high elevation. Then we're in the Alps. And I know you've got the Swiss ancestors and they were playing those big long horns.
Yeah.
And the idea again is vibration, high vibration. And then I saw Mount Fuji in Japan and those humpy, misty mountains in China. And it's so I don't know if these were all different lifetimes of yours or they're just doing this quick psychic travel log for me to emphasize high vibration. Set your eyes upon the hills or whatever that whole Bible verse is. And if they were Mormons, they went to the mountains in the Salt Lake City area. Oh, there's great skiing there too. And there's something about the mountains, the higher vibration, the cleaner air, and just if you start from there. So what's the message here, Joan? In your physical, do what you can in your physical state to be in a place where your baseline is like being in the mountains. And then when you reach up to contact spirit,
it's not such a reach. It's just much easier to do. That's why all the thinkers, they're showing me this jade mountain that's at a museum here, where it's a carved in jade, this huge chunk of jade of all these poets and thinkers that went to this specific mountain to pray and to get inspiration. And so that's what they're saying. Maybe if you're in a place where you can take a walk on a hillside, but I think the metaphor is do what you can in this physical world to live like you're in the mountains at a high vibration as your baseline, and acclimate to that the way people who live at high vibration, like the Sherpas and everything, they just don't need as much oxygen because they've lived in that place for so long. So then it's just fairly easy to just kind of reach up to an even higher vibration and bring spirit in. So that's what I got for you. Yeah.
Yeah, let us know what happens, Hypnicity. sounds like a cool trajectory from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then check the high altitude directions for making Jello at high altitude. I know that's, I think that's mainly baking, not making Jello.
Well,
that you have to do things a little differently.
Right.
Okay. Let's see.
Carolyn Adams said she posted a question with a Christmas tree in it.
Okay, I better go find that because I didn't see that.
Yeah.
You vamp for a little while there while I find this.
You vamp?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna vamp.
There it is.
Yeah, you got it?
Yep.
Old Man from the Mountains. Yeah, so you got that, Joan. Yeah.
My dad almost called himself. Oh.
I just want to say I have stopped listening to the news. I've stopped because, and I try to keep myself very neutral and not have my emotions go one way or another. Republican, Democrat, Israeli, Palestinian, Russia, Ukraine. It is such a seesaw of people vying for the validity of their identity. And I just hear we're all the same. We're all the same person. And, one person's life is valued above another. And hopefully, if we get a little bit more enlightened, we will see that, we're all valuable. But stop listening to the news for me, because I'm usually a news junkie. Has been the best thing I could ever do. I put on music, I put on books on tape, I'll listen to some podcasts, and I mostly get up and bring positive energy to myself, because it's just, I don't think it's going to get any easier in the next 6 months. And I get angry, and my anger doesn't help the universal situation. So not listening to the news is a good way for me to stay even and neutral. And I'm confident that all these conflicts are bringing up problems that need to be solved, and that they will be solved. I don't have lack of faith that they won't. It's just the process can be uncomfortable and painful, but it's not easy right now for anybody, regardless of what they believe. So that's all I got to say. But that's what I've been doing. It's just not easy.
Missy says, I'm practicing radical acceptance.
Yeah. Acceptance and putting positive energy into the collective consciousness.
And I agree, by not being tuned into the news 24/7 like a lot of people are, no matter what your take on it is, they promote division and fear and just get people all riled up, because that's what keeps you listening and everything. And boy, when I step back, and I don't want to get too close, and I don't want to
what I'm seeing is that almost encouraging that there are people who are saying that all lives are important. And that's, even though this is a very difficult way to get there, people are finally kind of waking up and saying, no, we can't do this anymore. We can't use these old forms of war of just saying, you do this, so we have to go kill everybody over here, and vice versa. All lives matter. And
Yeah.
that's,
All
we're just kind of
all
barely
lives matter. Yeah, all lives matter.
crawling along the ground trying to figure this out, but in a very crude way. I think that's a flicker of the flame that has to happen so that we do start making decisions in a way that will honor all lives.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was a journalism major, and oh boy,
yeah,
staying up on the news. I was raised, that was next to godliness, if not coming before it. So the fact
I'm like,
I don't watch it, and I even canceled the daily paper. I just, you know what happens? I've been taking the daily paper for years, decades, forever.
Yeah.
I finally canceled it, and after a couple of months, they just started giving me the online version for free, just because they needed to have eyes numbers for the advertising.
Yeah.
So, and it's, when you get it online, it's easier to just scan the headlines, and I don't know, whatever.
I can do 2 more questions, and then I have to go.
Oh, okay, I'll quit talking.
So,
let's get going on our next one.
Even though I could stay here all night long, I put, okay. And then we got to.
So my lights are flickering a day ago, usually a sign of my loved ones around. Any idea of who it might have been? And a message from them. This is so exciting. Oh, and Maya, I've always loved your icon there.
So Maya, are you here in the chat? Because do you have a grandmother or a mother or an important female figure in spirit? Because I'm feeling like this is a feminine energy that is just trying to get you attention. And I don't know if it's the time of year or not, but there was a special relationship with this person. Yes, a grandma. Did you have a special relationship with this grandmother, and especially around this time of year? Because she's coming in to give you a little bit of extra love, extra boost, and to give you an embrace. I'm feeling embrace. I don't know if you have any photographs of her, but you might want to pull out a photograph of her, and that's a good way that you can talk to her. Looking at her picture, you can talk to her and communicate with her. But she's coming in to send you passed away when I was little, all around the time now. Okay, so she died around this time. Well, she's coming in to check in and just say hi. If she did die in this time, maybe she's just coming in to say that she knows who you are, and she's aware of you, and she loves you. She really loves you. So you could bring out a picture of her, but it is a recognition of your relationship or the love that you share. She wants to give you an extra love if you were little. But yeah, she's saying hi. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Don't eat too many brownies. So
I'm getting kind of the same thing. And the idea of, if you have something of hers, if there's a decoration, if there's a certain food that she used to make, if there's a food that you want to make, just ask her for help in making it. And something that evokes memories. Even if you were so little that you don't remember what food she makes, while you're making the traditional foods that you make for this season, just ask her for help, and maybe ask her to put some memories in your head. I'm seeing all of a sudden a memory of when I was a little kid, and standing on the kitchen chair, and helping mom stir things for cookies or something like that. Ask her to reignite memories that she has of the two of you, things that maybe you were too young to remember, or or that have faded, and ask her for help. It's like she's saying, I'm here, I love you, I've always loved you. And if you want, we can start a new relationship in a different way now. And she's there to get to know you and to deepen the relationship that you've had, that's been ongoing with her, and between the two of you for probably many lifetimes. Yes, I checked in. You said yes, many lifetimes.
It says it's all about cooking with her, Maya says.
Okay.
So yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Wonderful.
Okay.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
Let
I could
us
do
know.
one more question and then I have to bounce.
Okay.
Let's do Carolyn Adams' question.
I think I should do that because I overlooked it.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see.
Should I travel?
Carolyn. Should I travel over Christmas? Okay.
No. I got to know. The weather's going to be bad.
It's in Carolyn's best interest to travel over Christmas. Is it in her best interest to stay at home? Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's not going to be a horrible decision because it wasn't like a no, that kind of a swing. But things would be smoother if you didn't.
The weather's going to be bad. So I think I would stay home and drink the eggnog. I'll come over too if you've got some. So I'll be back in January or later on in December if you want.
Yes.
I'm getting more relaxed about doing online readings. My mind has gotten a little bit more relaxed. So
yeah, you're cooking. Things are going really well.
I did a couple readings this morning. So
wonderful.
And my email is thayerboo2@gmail.com. If you guys want a reading, I can do it by donation, or if I give you a good reading, if you could recommend me, because I need to practice doing readings. I really like doing them. And then to be recommended, you can send me $20. You can send me nothing. But I'm trying to get word of mouth is the best way where you're going to get a good psychic or a good healer. That's the whole time that I've had good psychic and healers are from people that I trust and know. So it's THAYERBOO2@gmail.com. And you can always ask Joan because she's got it. And I'd love to give readings.
In the description underneath this video.
Yeah. And, my readings are getting better and better. And the messages are getting clearer and clearer. And my psychic readings are getting pretty good too. So let me practice on you, baby. That's my speech.
That sounds good. And we're looking forward to having you come back next month. And Cindy, I'm sorry we didn't get to you today.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be on Thursday with Allie of Heart and Soul Connected with Meeting with the Mediums. Then Saturday with Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot at 10:30 Central in the morning. And then next week with Juno and Jenny on 2 different days. So there'll be lots of opportunities. I missed your
birthday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
anyhow, thank you, Thayer, so much for coming. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm sorry I talked so much. I just missed everybody, and I talked too much rather than read. So, but we had a good time.
It was fine. It was fun. Thank you, everybody.
We love you. Have a great day.
Okay. Talk to you later.